All right, good morning, y'all. Well, as I told you, today's the day. I'm gonna start building this platform. So I got a bunch of things already picked up and moved around. I'm about to move that big fridge, or I'm gonna try to move it myself anyway. And then I've got to get this plastic up here and this old rug right here up. And then I have to lay down more plastic throughout this area here. And then I'm going to start on building the platform. And I will bring you along for that ride. You know, I still have to move the table, like I said, the fridge, and you know, and this rug and what have you like that, and this plastic. And but yeah, we're gonna get going on it, y'all. I'm gonna get this thing built because my desk showed up way early. It wasn't supposed to be here till next week, and I guess I got the carpet is gonna come next week, so it's basically a rug, you know, but that's what I'm going to put on the top of that. So I figure with what's left over from their place and what I have here, and what's left over from the other job that I had that's out there in the shop, I figure I've got enough lumber to do this today. And I've already got the plywood back there left over from another project from a while back. So I think I've got enough there to make it happen today. So that's the plan. So I'm not going to bring you along for all the little details of cleaning and all that, moving, all that stuff, but I am going to bring you along for the build. So let me get after that, and I'll be back in just a short. All right, well, I got a bunch of this other stuff moved out of my way. Now, trying to figure out how to move that fridge. Got the dolly on it, got it strapped, but I cannot pick that thing up and get it to move. So it is super heavy, y'all. So I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. So I'll figure out something here in a short, but I'll let y'all know as soon as I figure it out, right? All right, so I told you I was having a hard time picking this thing up and getting it to tilt back onto the dolly. So let me show you. So, you know, I couldn't get it to tilt back onto the dolly by myself. So, thankfully, one of you awesome subscribers sent me these cool little things, and I'm going to show you how, you know, because I couldn't figure out how I was going to tip it back by myself. So, thankfully, they sent me these, and I'm going to show you these little cool tools here. Now, I used to use these in construction a while back, but I had, for some reason, they disappeared. I think they disappeared on a job one day, so, but it's all good. But watch this. Look how easy that is to pick up. Little squeeze of the hand, and it doesn't take a lot of pressure to pick it up either. So, I'm getting her to tilt backwards that way. Now, moving it's going to be a whole different story. So, we'll see how that goes in just a few minutes, all right? So I'm going to tilt this thing up just a little bit more to where it's about on a point where I can tilt it back, and then I'll see if I can't get it moved over there. Because basically what I'm doing is it has to move from where it's at right there so that my platform can go all along this area here, and it's going to come out 8 foot 3 inches. So, and it's going to be 10 foot long. Now the window is almost 9 foot, so that gives you an idea how far it's got to go. So we got to get her out there. Oh no, the window's 7 foot. My bad. So it's going to go past that window right there and past that side of the window as well. So again, if I can get her moved over there, I'm moving it over to here, and I'm going to put it right up against that, and that'll also help keep some of that plastic from blowing around and keep some draft down. So slowly but surely we are getting her there. All right, this is going to look so good in here. I can't wait to get it done. So I'll be back. All right, basic box is built. So that's 8 foot by 8 foot. And you can see about how far that's going to come out now. Excuse me, I think that's going to be good. Now I just got to add another 2 foot to this end right here, and we'll be good to go. So right now I'm going to add this other board onto here, and then I'll figure out, and then I'm going to put the rest of those in there. I still got some to cut right there, which I'm going to do here in just a second, but it's getting there. So now you can basically see how it's going to set, and I'll be able to see out them windows nice, and that'll be sweet. All right, so I'll be back. All right, well, forgot to hit record during that part. But the basic frame, now there's the 8 foot, 8 by 8. So now I'm going to set it in, kind of set it up here a little bit. I'm going to build my other 2 foot right here, and we're going to go from there. See my helpers here, they decided they've been outside all day, but now they decided, now that I'm building stuff, they want to be in here for part of the course, right? So anyway, I'll be back. Well, evidently the camera is like listening to the radio too, because it keeps shutting off on me. So I don't know what's going on with that, but anyway, that's what we got done so far. And I got to get ready for this live here in a few minutes. So I've got to get my chair over there, over here, and but a little change of plans on that. I was going to go 8 by 10 because my rug that's going in here is 8 by 10. But then I thought, you know what, that's 2 foot. I can get a piece of scrap carpet or something like that, or whatever, and just leave that raw wood down there, because it's not going to hurt anything. And might be a good place to, you know, put the heater, you know. So thought, why not? So anyway, it came out better to having that anyway, because all my plywood is 4 foot, so you know, 3 times 4 is 12. So I went ahead and went 8 by 12. And that's what we ended up with. So as far as the heat goes, how I'm going to do that now is I am going to get this all leveled out across through there. And you see how it's up off the ground in some spots there. So I'm going to raise the whole thing up about 2 or 3 inches. And then I'm going to put a 2 by 6 all the way around the band of it. And I think I'm going to run one of them diesel heaters underneath it. And as far as my kiddo goes, or Roger and Sandy, one of the two, we'll just have to buy another one. But this way I can warm my floor up underneath there, and I think that'll be pretty sweet. So yeah, that's the plan for heating it. Now I just got to get the plywood, but for right now I got to get ready for this live. So I'll be back in just a short, or probably tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But you'll see the video tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to get this done and get cleaned up here and get ready for the live. So I will see y'all in just a short. All right, howdy y'all. Well, we're back on the project. So let me show you what I've got done so far. So I've got a bunch of 2 by 6s I'm going to be putting down through the centers of this, and some 2 by 4s we're going to be putting down through the centers. And I'm building me some little legs over here because this is real low right here. I'm going to do the same thing on the other corner. And I've got some Tapcons and what have you, so I can nail that, screw that to the concrete block over there and help hold it up better. But also went and got this stuff today. So let me show that to you. For Smokey. Yes, I've got more coming, but I figured, you know what, this is a good start, because I ain't taking that chance, you know what I mean? I mean, just those 3 doses of regular worm medicine helped knock that one down. So I got him some canned dog food, and I figured I'm gonna do that. Plus I was watching YouTube University, and so a lot of folks were saying like a mixture of raw eggs, blueberries, and mix that in with the ivermectin, as well as a supplementary type deal. So I went ahead and ordered a blender, and so I can get a blender coming and I can start mixing this stuff up for him. And you know, folks, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to keep him keep him happy, you know what I mean? Keep him around for a while. He is still not moving like he should, you know, like he's not playing still at all. None of that. He's just kind of laying around and moping around, and so I am going to just keep doing whatever I've got to do to keep him around. So anyway, let's get to putting these legs on here. Get a bunch of that done. Now, I do have 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow, so needless to say, going to get propane and getting all this stuff for him today took me a lot longer than I thought. You know, I thought sure I was gonna be able to get a lot of this done, but you know, I guess just with the stress of him and everything, it took a toll on my sleep pattern, excuse me. And I don't know what happened, but I didn't get up at my normal time this morning. I slept in like 2 or 3 hours past my normal time. So evidently my body needed it, but that's okay. We're gonna keep going with this. I was really wanting to get this desk put together today, and you know, and everything, but it is what it is. So let me get after this and get this going here. I want to get all these braces in today, at least get all that done today, and maybe even get a sheet of plywood down on it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, let me get after this, and I'll be back. one more project down. Let me dust you off. All right, one more project down. Plywood is down. Got most of the screws in it. I still got a few more I got to put in there, but for the most part, the screws are in it, but it's not going nowhere. And it's good and solid, so there's my boy. Now Smoke. See, he ain't, as y'all can see, he's not moving very well yet, but I'm hoping that this stuff will start kicking in real fast. So anyway, I was debating on putting the desk together, and I still may do that yet tonight, but at least the floor is built. So I'm going to bring you that in part 1 here today. The floor is done. I want to thank you all for watching, and so yeah, tomorrow I got a real busy day. I got a couple of doctor's appointments for the VA, so I won't be doing much of anything after that. But I'm probably going to start working on the desk here, at least get it out here on the platform and everything, and get it ready to start putting in. But it's ready, y'all. Now all I need is the rug. The rug should be here soon, so as soon as the rug gets here, then you know I'll be able to sit a little more level in my chair, which would be a major help for me and my back. So anyway, let's get that done. Until then, let's end this today. Let's say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being here. I love each and every one of you. And one last look at my poor Smoke boy. No Smoke. No? Yeah, I see his tail ain't wagging. But anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe, share, tell all your friends, come see us at Junktojems, because you never know what kind of junk we're going to turn into a gem. The girls are loving it.